What's going on, folks? My name is Sir Medieval, and today we'll be covering a little bit of Astelia Online. Head Start has finally come to a close, and now the game is in its release state. Current status of that is that the servers are in fact holding steady. The NA server kept its population in the medium to high range during the opening time. And for EU, I was actually told that it went to full status, so that was a good sign for sure. Currently, all the players are working to level 50 to catch up with the rest of us that have been leveling and farming since the Head Start began, but right now we do not have access to Avalon PvP or Legendary Dungeons, but we are expecting at least one of those pieces of content sometime within the next week. I'll keep tabs on that to be able to keep people updated as needed. The game itself is being met with both some praise and some criticism on several fronts, but so far the majority of the player base is able to look past these for good or bad and enjoy the game for what it really is. I've personally been having a lot of fun gearing up my assassin and trying to level up all my Estelles while doing dungeons plus hunting grounds. Although I will admit, I'm still to this day trying to get Eligos to drop from one of these, which for those of you that don't know him, he's basically a smaller version of the Reaper boss that the guild took down recently. The company has already released some upcoming patch notes that are set to go into effect on the 30th, which probably will be complete by the time this video goes up, but the patch notes do include the following fixes. The level restriction, preventing players that were 10 plus levels above the monster from acquiring the loot drops necessary to complete the steps of the Star Tail. The solo and party quests, Clear the Rutless Den, will now properly update and complete. Extra quest items left over after completing a quest can now be deleted. The French and German client localization has been updated to remove erroneous messages indicating that the Estelle costumes have stats. The bug that caused the option for setting show names to not be visible has been fixed. Sound issues for some of the cinematic cutscenes have also been fixed too. And although most of the patch notes there may not have been as appealing, the very first one is probably the most important one there is. Star's Tale is essentially a completion book that allows you to get rewards like Estelle Experience, Enhancement Stones, etc. And previously you were not able to farm the collection items for this book if you outleveled a zone. So that is a very good thing to see from the company, putting in effort like that to fix an emerging issue so quickly. Following up with that, they have in fact released another news post about the Head Start of Astelia. Since its ending, the pre-order packages have gone down and have been replaced with new ones that have some similar bonuses in them. In fact, some of these bonuses ended up being so good that a good amount of the founders of the game have taken issue with it. Specifically, the Deluxe Edition package, which still includes the Ring of Exploration from the original Founders packs, and also gives the Premium and Blessing Resurrection bonus for $20 less. Not sure if these packages will stick, but for the moment that seems to be what we have as value packs. Either way, we'll just have to see. Continuing on that point, they also talk about the plans after the game's release. Right now they're currently working on seasonal events beginning in October and running all the way through December. And the first appears to be heavily based around Halloween, which I have to say did surprise me. I didn't expect to see season events so shortly after a game's release, but it's a refreshing sight to see them not neglecting it and instead putting more detail into that aspect. Players will be able to participate in game events that are season themed, featuring new quests, rewards, costumes, and more. Be sure to keep up to date with their social media to stay on top of that sort of thing. And the last thing they mention in the thread is that between Legendary Dungeons, the open world battleground of Avalon, and the addition of 2 new powerful Estelles, they're working to bring us that content as soon as they can, and that'll also hopefully have the advanced classes following shortly after. For now though, that's all the news we have about the game, and I'm very curious to see what comes next. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day. Be sure to slice that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you for the next one. Farewell.